We are the Three Angry Men. I'm Jeffrey.
Duncan.
Oliver.
And thank you for joining us again. We have some...
Why you look stressed already?
No, because I was thinking about the topic that we're going to start with in a bit. And that it fucks me up every time I think about it. But first of all, before that, guys, how are you guys?
Good.
Y'all good?
Well.
Life good?
Yeah.
Everything good?
Good weather. It's been
Finally, weather has
rainy
been...
week, but it's looks like it's clearing up.
We
so
live in
nice.
Europe. Horrible weather. Why
You know, people don't want to talk about their actual life if they start talking about weather. So yeah, go ahead.
What?
Huh?
No,
Why you tell
no, talk to him.
No.
Talk to him. He's getting
I
it.
would talk about the weather as well. So
I'm just asking.
I can relate. That's all. I can relate. I can relate.
Okay, fuck it. You're not in the mood. I see what you're on. Let's go to the first one. Let me preface it this way. A couple days ago, me and my girl were watching Netflix.
You want to start here?
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna start from the start.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
We were watching Netflix. We were just scrolling around, seeing what do we watch. Suddenly, a new documentary pops up. You know how Netflix does it. You open it up, and then you get a couple things you can scroll through, and then it says, "Yo, we think you might like this." We watched Tinder Swindler before. We watched some other documentaries about some wild, crazy shit. So it said, "Yo, the man with 1,000 kids." That's, I think, the name of the documentary.
Mm-hmm.
We watched that shit. First episode. We're baffled. We're shocked.
I called him 10 minutes in. I called him. I said, "Yo, dog."
The next thing I did after I saw that, I told you guys to watch it. Dude calls me. The fuck did you make me watch?
Yeah, that's exactly that.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
He's 30 minutes in or something. So let me explain the premise of this documentary.
Uh-huh.
It's a true story. It's still ongoing.
Yep.
So first off, I didn't watch the thing, episode 3. I'm halfway there.
We're gonna explain it to you. We're gonna spoil
Also,
it.
gonna spoil it.
Yeah, no, it's.
There isn't much. You watch halfway episode 3.
Yeah.
It's
3 episodes, 45 minutes each
but
or
you've seen
something.
most of it. Halfway episode 3.
But your girl told me it's gonna get worse from there.
Halfway episode 3, most is happening.
I think he has missed that last bit where they talk about
They hired the lawyer.
repopulation of the world.
They hired the lawyer. They're
He's
talking
all
about
over the
Kenya.
lawyer.
They're talking about
Hey,
Kenya.
this is most of it.
Oh, okay.
They're talking about,
then you've seen most of it.
like a network of donors.
Yeah, you've seen everything.
Let me explain. Let me explain for the people that step in, because you guys have watched it more recently than I.
Yeah, and plus, after your introduction, I want to hear why he felt the need to call you immediately. What provoked him that much?
I think
exactly.
the first couple minutes.
It was the first.
There's this dude in the Netherlands, here where we live, in this country. There's this dude. His name is Jonathan Jacob Meijer. And he's just a seemingly regular dude. He just has kids everywhere. That's the whole premise of this thing. He, since a youngish age, a couple years ago, a good amount of years ago, he started giving his sperm away to women to get kids with. The documentary starts off with 2 ladies. One of the ladies wants to get pregnant. She wants to get pregnant that badly. So she goes to a website. What was the website again? Verlangenarenkind.nl or something like
Desire for a child.
Desire for a child.
Longing for a child.
Longing for a child.
Yeah, that was it.
It's a horrible looking website to begin with. Like Oliver said it before when we were talking downstairs.
Website is disgusting.
It's just a random, horrible website where you would not go to get anything. But these women go there to get a sperm donor.
Sperm. What they go to get.
So these women it's a couple women, but it starts off with these 2. They get a meeting with somebody they see first on the website. They think, oh, this is a good person. It's a dude. He looks like shit, basically, according to them. Like a professional criminal. And they say, nah, we're not doing that. They book a second meeting and they see this guy, Jonathan Jacob Meijer. Dude has long blonde hair, apparently blue eyes. In person, he looks beautiful, according to them. And they say, oh, yeah, he's nice. He's friendly. We want to have kids from him. So they proceed to do the process. What he basically does is he
Jacks off into a cup.
Yeah, I wanted to figure out the right words to say that without hitting the
And then brings
YouTube.
a cup of sperm to their house.
He brings it to the house, and then they
For them to
just
inseminate
inseminate. Yeah.
themselves.
Forget.
So this is not a sperm
Forget.
bank.
No, forget bringing sperm to the house. I think they picked up the sperm.
Also,
There
some
was
of
also
them.
one that picked
yeah,
it up.
yeah.
There's also one that picked it up.
Oh yeah, and then they had to drive, and they had
Yeah.
to drive back home in time. Otherwise, the sperm.
Yeah.
Bruv.
Okay, tell the
They did
story
that
about
multiple
tell the
times.
story about the woman that had to wait in right around the corner in a toilet somewhere in a public place.
Yeah, and he
where
went to the
ejaculated. He
bathroom.
went to the bathroom, ejaculated in the cup, and then gave it to her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's wild. These women wanted kids so badly that they would do whatever. There's one story in the documentary as well that a woman goes to a mall. He goes into the toilet in the mall and jacks off in the cup. And then she goes into the mall stall to quickly inseminate it.
That's the one I told.
Bruv.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to understand here.
All this is to say
Yeah.
is just
Is-
madness. This is only the Netherlands. That's the first episode.
But like, if I order food, I read reviews. That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, if I order something simple, I read reviews. I do some research. I don't even like online shopping. I go to the store. Actually, this is why I don't even like online shopping. I go to the store because you go online, and you know some janky website, and you just meet some. This is not a sperm bank. We have to make it clear for the people. This is a random website that a person made.
The reason why I think these women thought, oh, he's trustworthy, because he said, hey, I will only give kids to 3 to maybe 2 to 3 families.
How do you check that?
You
Follow
don't.
a process.
You don't.
Go to a sperm bank where there's an official sort of. Well, they did that too.
Yes,
Forget it.
exactly. So
That
that's
is
not
the
an
second
option.
episode.
That's not an option.
There was an Australian couple who did exactly that, and they also got a kid from
That
the same
website
guy.
was also janky.
That website was also janky.
I don't
All the
get
websites
why
were janky.
something as significant as a sperm donor, why it's this easy to just go la-di-da-di-da and just order this shit like it's Uber Eats.
So
No, I'll be honest though.
How's the
Like,
sperm
no,
delivered to your
but I'll
house?
be honest. Like before this documentary, I didn't really comprehend the impact it could have.
yes, that was the thing that shocked me also the most. Apparently, in the documentary, they said scientifically the best thing is to not have more than, I think, 250,
25 kids per person.
25
per dude.
kids per person. That was something like yeah. If you do more than that, there's the chance of those kids getting kids and meeting each other, and just too many people of the same genetics mixing becomes exponentially higher and greater. This man said, fuck that. I'm not doing 25. I'm starting off with like 1,000 in one country, then 1,000 in country 2. And then all over the world, he has multiple of those kids.
You would go to sperm banks on a regular basis. Constantly, every other week.
It got so bad that in one city in Almere, where we're from as well, on a playground, there were multiple kids from the same dad playing around, and the kids started to get interested in each other because they were separate. They didn't see each other as siblings. They saw each other as just.
But they
human
explain
being.
something like there's a psychological phenomenon
Yeah.
where
That's also
yeah.
sick to me.
Which I find debatable, to be fair.
I could
Because
see
I've
it.
also literally heard the opposite.
I could see it
like
like
I've heard
Do
the
tell.
opposite phenomenon that says that you're more attracted to people that are genetically different from you. Genetic variety.
because you have to
Which is
like
better.
Naturally. Yeah.
So I've heard both, but
I can imagine small
still,
kids.
it's fucked up.
Small kids who are not looking for a mate will be interested in anything that looks familiar.
Yeah,
friendly. So then-
either way, there's
yeah.
the risk that two people that
Exactly.
are related but don't know they're related now have some sort of situation with each other, which is fucked up. And that's what this dude caused. But these ladies need to do better.
This became a whole thing in Dutch media to the point where he went to court.
Well, the ladies. So what happened is the ladies
Yeah.
went and got the New York Times. Eventually, they got help. They got the New York Times to actually put the stuff
Got
out.
some Americans to help them.
Right, because in the Netherlands they wouldn't put out his name. So there they put out his name.
That's
Then they
a
were able to
legal
go
thing
get-
here as well.
Yeah, that's a legal thing. You can't do that here. Then they went and got a lawyer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they sued him. And to even do that, they have to prove that he was still donating sperm. They had to get an actress, right, to pretend like she wanted sperm from him, which he was like, yeah, sure, I'm doing it. Even though first he said he stopped. And then,
You know what is wild to me? It happened in the Tinder swindler as well. These women like to just be an actress and just get somebody in the act. Tinder
somebody.
Tinder swindler, the same thing happened. That girl, towards the end, she started talking to dude and started getting his clothes and selling them for her own gain, and eventually that he spiraled, and that was why he was caught and everything, and everybody knew about it. Same thing here. Dude, it thinks, oh yeah, fine, I'll just have another kid. Doesn't matter. And I'll have another kid on top of that.
I think it's a kink.
100%.
I think they get off on it somehow. There's no other way to explain it.
I know he gets off on it. I don't know if the
He
women.
kind of also said, like, it's some weird sort of like, I'm gonna impregnate this woman. I think it's some weird like,
I'm
I
gonna
want this
impregnate the
woman
world kind of.
Yeah, this thing of having as many women as possible impregnated.
But
by
does it
you.
have to do with
It's a weird
racism,
fucking
or
kink.
is it more a thing of like the Genghis Khan type of?
There's also that one.
That's the last part.
That was the sort of underlying thing that they didn't go in. Well, did they go into that? Or they didn't.
No, they went into it.
When?
Towards the end, the group of, because apparently it's not just one dude, it's a ring of dudes,
Oh yeah, I remember.
and
the
they
video.
they have been traveling to Kenya, and in their chat groups they have been saying, yeah, we want to just
Bleach.
bleach Kenya,
Yeah.
bleach
Well, I meant a
Africa.
different angle. I meant the angle of the people that are getting the sperm. Where
Oh.
constantly the big thing was, oh, he's blonde, and oh,
Yeah, yeah,
he's blonde, and I want a kid that looks that way. I'm
Dutch
like, okay,
is the Dutch people that
there
want
you
a
go.
specific
This
looking.
is what you get.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. They want 100%.
So an Aryan type of.
That's the vibe I got from it. It was
100%
race,
so
okay.
off.
Yeah, it's
The whole
both
I just
both
think it's
angles.
off. I think the whole thing is off. I'm sorry.
It's very
I think
weird.
the whole thing is
Very
off. I
weird.
just think it's like, come on, dude. Sorry, it's unfortunate for those people. You know, prayers and wishes, but come on, bro.
This was sick.
You order
This was
sperm on
sick.
the internet like this? Are you mad?
They didn't order it. They went to a forum and said, "Hey, can you give me sperm?"
The Australian ladies ordered it.
Yeah,
No, but it's-
the other
so
people in the
listen,
world ordered
so-
it.
It's not all of them that use the same method, right? Regardless, if you went to official sperm donor or not, you probably most likely got this dude.
Not only that, I was talking about that first dude. You've seen this as well. The first dude,
Yeah.
the criminal
I
looking
know
guy.
he was.
They were doing a sperm
they were
roulette.
working together. Yeah.
They were saying, yeah, okay, let's swap these, and let's see which one she gets and how the kid will
No,
look
forget
like.
swapping.
They
They
them.
mixed
Oh,
their
they
sperm.
mixed it in
They
the-
mixed
in the
their
jar.
sperm together. Russian roulette.
Disgusting.
It's
So fucking
sick. There's so many angles on this that are just wild and insane. First of all, the women. I acknowledge that you guys want kids, and it's good. Like, do what you want to do. But do you want it so badly that you just
I don't get it.
go to a mall or go to whatever city, wait outside of the toilet, and then get some sperm in a cup, drive home and inseminate it in yourself? Or in some cases, talk to somebody online, go to their house, or he comes to their house and says, "Yeah, have sex with me."
He did that one too.
Yeah, a few
To
times.
multiple times,
Yeah.
and then just be okay with that. And
Well, that was a funny
It
thing
just-
is that when they went on that website, they showed that in the beginning that when they were reaching out to the guys to be put a sperm donor, which now we know are only 2 guys,
Yeah.
but a lot of the responses were natural
Yeah.
only. So in other words, only if I can sleep with you, which
Yeah.
is just like okay.
It's
And
sick.
then they did it, which I'm just like,
yeah, there is some sense of urgency, need, pressure that these women have with their wish regarding a kid that makes them want to do this kind of shit. And I'm just wondering what the fuck happened.
So I think first of all, right? I think we have to recognize that we're talking from a privileged standpoint. I'm just saying.
Why-
No.
No,
like,
don't start.
We have to
why,
be out,
why did you start your sentence like that?
No,
You
no,
could
no,
just
we
say
have to
what
be
you
honest, though.
You could
because
just say what
the
you
thing
want
is,
to say.
what I'm hearing is we don't understand because we don't genuinely we don't really comprehend what they're going through, right? To feel that need, that urge from society, and maybe
I'm already
wanting that
already
wish.
tired of it.
I'm just saying.
I'm already tired of
We
it.
have
Get
to
the fuck
address
outta
that.
here.
as well.
My beef,
You know,
my
you
beef,
know
my
most
beef,
bullshit when you throw society.
My
When you
beef-
throw society, you know you bullshit.
my beef with what you're saying is,
Fuck
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
here.
yeah.
If
This
they
dude is
want-
nuts. He has YouTube
Yes,
videos
I
online.
understand. Yes,
oh,
true,
the YouTube.
true,
I wanted
true.
to get to the YouTube
True,
channel in a
true.
little bit.
True,
Talking
Go,
about
go, go.
but eating raw meat.
Yes, eating
Said,
raw meat,
I don't believe
yes.
in science. Science is just stories. There you go. Him right there. That's the dude.
Did you
That's
say
who.
that?
Yes, they showed it in the clip.
The
And
funniest
they go,
thing,
"This is the dude I want."
the
That's
funniest thing about that YouTube.
It's just weird to me.
So there's a theory in the
There's a better way to go about this.
there's a theory in the documentary
Yes,
as
most
well.
likely. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
There's a theory in the documentary as well that he has this YouTube so he doesn't have to take care of every child or have to be in the life of every child, but they can go to the website and they can just see his life and get life lessons from him that way. And he is still uploading. The latest one is 23 hours ago.
Oh, really?
Yes. And he's been responding to Netflix, to the documentary, and everybody asking questions.
This I haven't seen. So what does he say? Walk us through that.
Have you seen one of his last?
I've been watching it.
I've watched one. That was one of these two when it just came out. Let me see. Let's listen to it.
Watching Daniel Video Blog. Now, before we continue, I make a short statement that I filed a report against Slender for the statement that I had swapped or mixed sperm with another donor, Leon. I've never done that. It's a blatant lie, and Netflix will have to remove it, or I will make a legal case.
So the rest is true.
Yeah, they money. Today I'm going to review the first part of the documentary, The Man with 1,000 Kids, which is about me. I yesterday saw something to talk about Natalie. She's talking that she will meet me and Leon both, but the way she describes Leon is like so horrible. She is like blaming him for the way he looks. Now you can say, oh, okay, I have my preference for a donor, fine, but you can treat people like they're humans and not like, oh, he looks so scary, creepy, I don't want to share my DNA with him. This is really narcissistic. Like, this guy is helping you, willing to help you.
So he goes through the whole
but
documentary.
What did he? This doesn't address anything.
No,
it was like,
no.
So the rest of the shit.
So in everything that I've seen, he doesn't really address the issue at hand. Why you have so many kids? Why there's a problem and all those kind of stuff. He has a video up that is from before where he says where he explains why he became a sperm donor.
And what's that reason? What?
I did not see that video. His videos piss me off because they all sound like this. It's always long and it's just him walking with the camera and doing vlog style shit. It's not fun. It's not interesting to watch. It's just annoying shit. But he's still posting and he's still doing some of the shit that he's been doing. And now he has made his YouTube channel a thing where he just responds to every single thing that is on the Netflix and basically is trying to free his name from slander in a way. That's his thing now. But yeah, he has been ordered by a court to never again donate sperm anywhere in the world. If he does that, he has to pay a fine of some sorts per sperm donor he has done. And supposedly should stop with him, but there's still the ring of other sperm donors that are trying to bleach Africa, as they say, that are still going on, and they have not been caught or stopped or in any kind of way. They are trying to put more rules in. But yeah, I said first there's the thing with the women in the documentary that are really want kids, but the second and the biggest problem, they have their wish, and that's fine. These dudes are sickos. These dudes are disgusting, crazy motherfuckers. They should, I don't know how, but they should have never been allowed to do any of this.
Why so many people need sperm donors?
That's also a question that I like.
I don't get it.
What? They can conceive
How
themselves?
many though?
No, but the fact that there's
that's a lot.
The fact that in Almere one school had multiple kids running around from the same dad is weird.
That's not. If you match it up to like fertility, that's not. There's people who can't.
And these women were not that old. They were.
No, but it's not about them, right? It's about, because again, it's when the man that you're with is infertile that you would need a sperm donor.
But a lot of
If
people,
a woman is, if a
lot of
woman
them were
is the
not with
one
men.
that's infertile, it doesn't matter if she gets a sperm donor. It doesn't.
But a lot of them were not with men.
Huh?
A lot of them were not with a man.
Exactly.
They were either
They were single,
in gay relationships, or they were single.
Or there was even one case where I think the man had a vasectomy and married a younger woman,
This is what it is.
and they still want.
At that point, it's just
We're
done.
not doing it.
Yeah.
So,
No.
anyways, like you have any case where any relationship is different. So I don't know. Maybe that's there are a lot of individuals on this planet with
the only
different
the
cases.
only case that I think is kind of valid is the gay relationship one, like the lesbian relationships. Like, sure, if you don't want to adopt, then you do it artificial.
All seem to take it so lightly. That's what is confusing.
What do you mean take what lightly?
It was, I want to have a kid. I really want to have a kid. So, I went to this website. It's like, it would take me 2 years of research before I would come to a point. I just don't get how they went about this. So, I just feel they all went about it very lightly.
It is so wild. We went through the website before. There's still requests on that shitty website for sperm donors.
What are the hurdles if you take the normal route?
I think only money.
The hurdles if you take the normal route?
So
if you go to a sperm
donor
clinic,
yeah,
I think they do like a health check and probably you need to pay.
They do a health check. They do a health check on the guy.
Yeah.
I think they also do an evaluation. His medical history. Obviously, they can't. Guy going somewhere else.
Yeah. But is it significantly more expensive?
To my knowledge, it had nothing to do with the price.
I would think it would cost money.
Yeah, but the lady said specifically that it wasn't about that. They wanted to meet the person. You don't get to meet the
with
person.
with the sperm clinics.
With the sperm bank, you don't get to meet the guy.
The guy can be anonymous.
The guy in real life.
Yeah.
Okay, but then this makes a lot more sense, right?
No.
No, doesn't it though? No, think about it.
No, I would not. Look at this site.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this website.
No, but it makes
no. Please put your eyes on this first.
What would you order from here?
Yeah. Would you? This is worse than Craigslist.
What?
If you meet somebody from this site and you think that's true, no. This is
come to your house with a cup.
So put that aside for a second.
This is an important element.
Just for a second. Okay, just for a second. If you really
I'm sure there's things that can facilitate you meeting the person. I'm sure there's a way. If you go to there's certain sperm banks where if you ask them that's how you want to do it, they can go through a process where you mean.
But I don't know. There's no. But if that's the reason why they decided to have that personal connection before they even went to took those steps, right? I understand it a little more, better.
No, I don't.
Listen, man. At the end of the day,
because you want to know who, to a certain extent, you want to know who's donating sperm to you, because they could have
but you still don't know. That's my
psychological
point.
What? Psychological issues.
They avoided that, dude. They avoided the psychological issues. Is what they did. No, of course. No, they did it. They cleared that out.
You can't fully filter that, though. You can't fully filter that. What you could do, if you meet the person, you can feel like, okay, so he has a kind presence, and with that idea, right?
That doesn't tell me shit.
You can't filter everything out.
You sound like that.
I can find a crackhead with a kind presence.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what are you talking about?
Bad drug addicts have kind presences.
What are you talking about?
Kind presence. That's what they sounded like. Oh, well, he had nice hair and his hair. I hope the kids have
because those are the indications you could go off of. That's all you can go off of.
What do you mean indications?
Look, the thing is, first off, you have one situation where it's literally you're in the blind, right? You're in the dark. You're blind. You're blind. You're in the dark, basically. That's not
entirely true. That's not true.
But I don't know exactly how.
They give you info. They show you pictures.
What is the info?
They show you pictures of the dude. They show you pictures of medical history.
They give you medical history.
In this case, you actually don't have his medical history.
No, you know how it looks with the clinic.
I asked you,
you know how it looks with the clinic. Like in the documentary as well, when they see baby pictures of the men, for example, you get an idea of how the man looks. You get a full bio in the sense of what they do, what kind of health history they had, how they look, what kind of hair they have, what their background is. You get all that information. It's a lot already.
Okay, let's assume, right, for argument's sake, that you get all of this information, right? To a certain extent, I still understand, though, that you still want to meet the person.
Yeah, that I understand.
Because what is written on paper doesn't always translate into real life. And now in, the thing that translated from real life into, this is a mess.
100%.
is a mess. But okay, all I'm saying is I do understand to a certain extent. I do understand the choice they made, but still, if you really do have more information when you go via a clinic,
why don't you
I would
adopt?
say,
Yeah, there's so many kids that you
I
can
would
adopt.
personally say that you should go to a clinic then if you have all of that information.
I mean,
Adopt.
listen,
Adopt.
man.
Don't go to a clinic.
Listen,
Adopt.
man. A woman's body is a woman's body, and she can do whatever she wants with it.
Yeah,
But you said,
But when
go
a doc,
ahead,
but when a doc come out, okay, and it's a madness. I'm just saying.
yeah, no.
That's between you and your God now. Like, it's unfortunate.
I'm
that
gonna
they have
ask
to,
questions.
It's unfortunate that they have to go through this, but it's also like, yeah,
How?
like, why though?
Yeah.
Like, why me to do to the mall for him to go take a sample in the bathroom and then take that home to get your they already had a kid. They wanted a second kid.
Mm-hmm.
Second
Bro,
and
on the
thirds.
website we were looking earlier. There's somebody who with 2 kids already. She says, "I'm happy. I have 2 kids. I just want a third one. I have more than enough. I have too much love to give. I want to give love to a third kid.
I don't understand that.
Why?
shit. Maybe that's me.
Adopt.
I know some people who
Adopt.
but also just it was very. I was saying this too. There's and I have heard that there is this thing where, and especially amongst women, where they have this. Certain women have this extreme urge to have children, so it's beyond the normal. So
At
you
some
have
point-
a normal level of it, but then some of them it's like an extreme thing where they want. It's also the being pregnant, so adopting doesn't
An
help.
option.
At
Because
some
they
point,
want to actually be pregnant.
at some point, it might be useful to have a woman on the podcast to help us.
Bro, I'm
navigate
not
these
talking
things.
about this again. There's at some point. And
No,
at some point coming.
these kind of topics, because we can speculate all we want, but we will never know.
Maza.
Yeah.
No, it is. It's crazy. I thought it was nuts.
No,
It's nuts. It's nuts that
insane.
dudes do
I
this.
cannot imagine.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I just cannot imagine.
I
Like,
didn't get that. Didn't you think they would like arrest the dude or something?
I thought so too, but
But
apparently
you can't.
apparently it's not a criminal offense.
No, they were able. Even the thing they hit him with was very much a stretch.
And
Very
what
much.
did it hit him with?
$100,000 euro fine for any time he makes a donation from now on. He's not allowed to make donations anymore anywhere globally. Although, how are you going to check that?
Yeah.
But $100,000.
They don't have a system to check globally who's a sperm donor or not. So he could go he can go into a remote country, do
They
whatever
go
he
to
wants.
Brazil these days. That's what they're saying.
Oh yeah, well, Brazil and somewhere in Asia.
Kenya.
Yeah.
It's probably also
What are
Southeast
hotspots?
Asia, Southeast Asia or somewhere crazy. Like
The sickness.
the fact that they have a group chat talking about, I'm gonna go do this now. I'm gonna go to this country. You should also come. Let's hang out there. Let's make plans. We're gonna let our kids meet up or whatever crazy stuff like that. The sickness in this to me is the whole idea of we're gonna repopulate the world with our kids. That's basically what the guys were thinking in that chat. The guys that are doing this, they call him the lion of something
Yeah, because he's the Mombasa, yeah.
Mombasa.
Because he's the
because he has
The
that
top
many.
dog.
Yeah, he's the leader in all this shit. Like, how sick are you that you have so many kids that people are calling you the lion of Mombasa or something like that because you have that many kids in Kenya. You're a white man, blonde, blue eyes. You're saying like, let me just spread my shit all over Kenya.
But
I don't get why there's not rules for the shit. That's my thing. I think
I don't understand why they cannot
also,
make rules.
I
for
also
it.
have a
Yeah.
question to you guys. Like, how did he finance all of this?
that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
How did he
That's why
finance
there
all
was
of
We-
this?
no- I hate that they didn't explain that.
Yeah.
They really should have explained that further. Because that's the thing I'm always the most interested in.
They
Hey,
went for the
travel-
salaciousness instead of getting into like if they would tell us how he did that, people could stop that means of getting money.
Yeah, because he's traveling all over the world.
He's doing something to do it.
So you have to get money somewhere.
I
He said it was a
assume-
teacher.
I assume like just like for that Kenya thing, he gets flown out to certain places to give sperm, and or he gets money. We saw a line that you can get money for donating your sperm in certain places. It's not a
Yeah,
lot,
but it's not much.
but it's probably enough in Europe to buy a plane ticket from one country to another country.
Get the fuck out.
No,
How much
no.
You do
It's not
easy-
lucrative. They even mentioned it in the documentary. It's not lucrative to have to donate sperm.
What they mentioned in the documentary and what you see on his YouTube channel as well, he went to a crypto phase. He went to some other phases like of selling money, selling courses and all that kind of stuff. He's been dabbling and doing stuff. But
nothing is durable.
No.
Seems durable, so it doesn't make sense for him to travel that much to Denmark.
Should have broken up.
Travel that much to.
I really didn't get it.
My question here also
to Kenya,
the money thing. I still want to stay on that.
America, etc.
Why did the court not say him? You're not allowed to leave the country anymore because you just be going to places to give kids.
I mean,
why not?
You need a very good. I think even the thing they gave him was a stretch. I think if he had a better lawyer and fought it, Dick wouldn't even be able to do that because there is no precedent really for it. It's like you basically telling someone he can't impregnate women. There's no law that you can't make someone like. Because if you think about it in a wild way, right? The rule says okay, you can only have 25 kids. So you could just break that naturally.
Easy.
I know dudes over there in the Belmer that did that.
Oh,
you could just do that naturally. You could have more kids than that. So how do you how do you police that then? How do you check? It's a hard thing to do anything with. This is an exceptional situation, but
yeah, no.
I think the law should be on the sperm banks. I think they have to, because people are donating DNA. So you could just check if this DNA, you can just have a database.
They should.
And say, okay, this one has been used before. Done. It's not hard, but people are fucking stupid.
Yeah, no.
Oh, no. Here's what it was also. They explained that. There's a shortage
of sperm donors.
Yes, it's hard to get sperm donors apparently. There's that many people. I really don't, maybe it's me. I really don't get it.
Me neither.
I really don't, because if I do all the math in my head, I still don't see how there's that much demand.
Is it possible, right? And this is maybe a stretch. Okay, hear me out. Is it possible that with the new rise of
here we go,
do
it for me. No, you do it.
No, seriously.
I think I know where you're going.
We're gonna go broader.
No, I think he's gonna say it. I don't want to say it. So if he say it, he's the man.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
But with the rise of more independent women,
there we go.
More independent women.
So he didn't see it. No, because he didn't see it coming. I knew exactly where you were going.
I thought you guys wanted to go. Yeah, no.
No, I still let my man.
I thought it was you wanted to do the men's right thing with the selectiveness.
No. My man got it. My man got it. He's exactly where we were going.
I don't know if this is that's
big facts.
No, but seriously,
let's do it. Let's do it.
So with that whole idea, right? Would that come up? You have you don't really necessarily some women don't necessarily feel like they need a man, because if you can just get sperm somewhere, but you can actually get pregnant without including another.
Which several of them did, by the way.
I'm gonna be that guy.
One point, and plus nowadays it's very hard to find a match, like a partner to share your life with, right?
I think that is more
actually
the thing,
really matches with one, like with the. It does.
I'm gonna be the guy here, but the majority that I assume is doing this are lesbian couples.
Yeah, but okay,
so that I get.
Okay, but we don't have the stats, right? We don't have the stats. Because for me, I would assume. Even if I take lesbian couples, couples where the man is infertile. Maybe we just don't know. I'm just really shocked that there's that many.
I'm not.
Who then also want to have kids, because there's going to be lesbian couples who are like, cool, we don't need kids.
If I'm thinking about what Donka just said, it's not. I don't think I fully agree with you with that as the reason, but I could see that. I could see it being slightly of a thing that you have also with men. There's a group of men that feels undesirable, cannot get a mate, cannot get a partner. I would assume.
So they do this.
I would assume there's the same group of women that have that feeling problem issue, and they still feel like they want kids, and then they do this.
It's not about desirability.
I would assume they maybe don't feel like they can get a partner, or they've tried and they cannot get a partner. Because a couple of them said that in the documentary as well. They said, "Hey, I've been dating, I've been trying, just never came from it. I never had a partner, whatever, but I still wanted a kid." And then they did this. I could assume that the majority or a good part of them is that. If that is the overall majority, I don't know. I just think it's either that group is big or the lesbian population in that group is pretty big. That's what I would assume. I do not know. Probably what you said there is a factor. It's probably a decent factor. I don't know if it's the sole factor. Maybe that in combination with the other two groups and their feelings and issues makes it more prevalent than before. Because you need to remember, one thing you need to remember, the birth rate in all of the world, and at least the countries where he fucked around, is lower.
Except Kenya.
No, except Kenya.
Kenya has one of the highest birth rates, actually.
Except Kenya, but
and South Africa.
but in
more
Europe,
confusing.
in Europe and Denmark, where he fucked around, there the birth rate is lower. Australia as well, like it's also a Western country. These Western, but you know what I mean, like white country. These countries have lower birth rates, so they maybe have more people that are not in relationships or cannot get into relationships, and those people maybe still want a kid, and they do it in a different kind of way than how people would normally.
Those women.
Yeah.
Because the people, if you're a dude.
Yeah.
It doesn't add up.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
I mean, look, man.
I'm still shocked on the money aspect.
I
like,
just don't get it.
How this dude got money?
Maybe
The fact that this website
But
is still
that's
online.
the big thing that they said, that there's a shortage, which is, I find, really, dude.
I don't
Of
understand.
all things, I would think that there would not be a shortage of. This is something I think there would not be a shortage of. But the
Why?
I would not expect there would be so many women asking for sperm
that's
donors.
it.
That's especially why.
I find that really shocking. I didn't know that. Many.
Let me just put the question in Google.
Okay, go ahead.
Or
Chat,
ChatGPT.
yeah.
ChatGPT.
Or chat.
Oh, yeah.
Could you do ChatGPT?
I don't have chat on my phone, but
It's insanity. Like, because he had like hundreds. I was like,
yeah.
so you have to understand, like, that's just him. Right? And that's the ones where it followed through and then, like, a kid was actually born.
Yeah.
So, like, how many other are by other people? So there's like,
Exactly.
this happens
Yeah.
thousands upon thousands of times.
True.
Which is just like, what?
It's a thing. People have been finding sperm donors on Facebook and other places for DIY approach to getting pregnant. There is.
When is this article?
2023, November.
No, Jesus will come back soon. No. This is
So
oh, it's expensive.
$10K for 10 vials of donor sperm. So it's expensive.
I heard you. Hey, listen.
You see?
This is a brave new world for me too,
Okay,
buddy. I don't
okay.
fucking know. I didn't think it was that expensive. Because you know why? Because the guys don't make that much money.
No.
So the sperm banks is just
Yeah,
taking
make
the
a lot of
whole
it.
fucking. They have to freeze it. They do have to freeze it.
But they don't explain why so many are looking.
Traveling to donate.
Yeah. Where are they traveling?
Tyrese. No. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yo, no. Back up. Go back. Go back to the. Read who? What did he do? What's his name? Tyrese. No, go. Down. Tyree Kelly, a 30-year-old donor from Arizona, said he's atoning for sins he committed as a bad adolescent.
This is sick. This is sick. This is sick.
No, read the rest.
This is sick.
Read the rest.
Alright,
It gets
no, it's not
crazier.
done, it's not done,
It gets
it's not done.
crazier. It gets crazier.
There's a lot that I try and do to help as many people as possible, no matter how I'm helping them. When he first considered, he looked in the sperm banks, but he realized he wouldn't qualify because of his family's medical history.
What's your family's medical history?
Black donors are rare at sperm banks. A black donor, often because they or their partner is black and they want their child to look like them. That's what you said. Kelly's been there for 5 years and worked with 45 women. Traveled frequently, often multiple times a month, to meet recipients. When insiders spoke with him in October, he had just flown to Maine to meet a recipient for the first time. Some donors, including Kelly, may ask women to cover expenses like gas or flights if they travel to donate. Donors can also mail their semen.
There is.
And y'all worried about AI. Meanwhile, this shit is going on. Meanwhile, Deuce is DIY in the sperm. This is nuts. So you're not qualified for a sperm bank, so you circumvent the sperm bank.
And then you give 45 women. So 45.
He's already at 45.
I don't. You might not have kids with all of them because some of them might not have worked. But you've tried 45 times, which is insane on itself. That picture of him was hilarious.
Yeah, an unregulated market.
Yeah.
While sperm banks in the U.S. are subject to regulation by the Food and Drug Administration, Facebook groups where people exchange the sperm lack oversight. No shit. Posing risks for both recipients and donors. Women may have to weed through some creeps when looking for a sperm donor on Facebook. No shit. Graham and Angela said they specified to prospective. Could you zoom in a little bit? To prospective donors that they specified that they wanted to get pregnant only via artificial insemination. But at the last minute, some donors would say they want to do only natural insemination.
In
other words, intercourse. Or that they needed to watch the insemination happen. I told you it's freaks with kinks. I told you some sick. What? Okay, listen.
No, wait.
No. Come on. Let's talk.
I had one guy who said, "I need to be in the room to see it. It was inserted into you and not into your wife." She said, "I was like, we're absolutely not doing it." Yeah.
Why?
Because they're a gay couple.
Yeah.
And he wants that one to be pregnant by him, not that one.
Yeah.
I told you it's a kink.
Yeah.
Because he wants this woman that he's probably attracted to be pregnant by him. That's what it's about.
Hold up. Even more. Graham recalled that one donor even asked her for her nude picture. He was like, "I need to see who I'm getting pregnant."
Yeah. It's a kink. It's like, I got her pregnant. That's what it is.
That is.
No, bruv. Listen, let me talk for a second. Honestly.
Go ahead.
If you're... What type of dude... They say it in the doc too. What type of dude would do this? Are you going to find like the most level-headed, regular, normal type of dude? No, dude.
No. If you do this that many times, like one time...
No, but just in general, what type of dude even once would put an ad on Facebook, "I'm donating my sperm"? Is that a regular dude with a job who just works in finance and is a normal... It's not a normal person who does that. So you're already dealing with a wacko just by the context of the situation.
But I'm not disqualifying the guy who just needs a couple bucks and goes to the sperm bank to donate.
That's different.
I'm
talking about the DIY dudes.
The DIY people are sickos. They are insane.
You're
people.
already dealing with a dude who's off.
Very off.
A regular dude would never say, "Oh, yeah, sure, let me do that." The fuck?
Apparently, across Europe, a lot of people are going to Danish sperm.
I know why.
banks.
You have to tell me why. But go ahead.
Yes.
The article's going to tell you why.
Whereas a Dutch sperm, because this is a Dutch woman who went to a Dutch sperm bank and chose to go for a Danish one. Whereas a Dutch sperm bank only allows you to select 4 external traits, being hair, eye color, ethnicity, and posture. Danish sperm banks provide you much more extensive profiles, including baby pictures, handwriting, and voice sound, she told Euronews. So it's just picking. It's just being very picky. But yeah, that's why they went to the Danish one.
They could be more thorough there. There you go. Have more information.
Still.
They should find Jesus and pray.
This is
different. This is a different thing. I mean, look, man. All power at the end of the day is your life, but I just think the sperm kings have a problem. Too much demand.
I cannot even see this article because it's behind the paywall.
Jesus, I don't understand.
Oh, no, it is here.
He was in the doc.
Is it the same dude?
That's the dude from the doc.
Wait.
Yeah, that's his name.
How old is this article?
New York Times.
Updated in 2023. Published in 21.
But it's updated.
Yeah.
But that's the dude from the doc.
Yeah.
When
he's the bald dude from the
doc.
doc.
He's in the doc. He's the dude who said the thing about Kenya. That's him. He shaved his head. His name is right there.
The message.
Yeah. But they also showed him. He was in the doc. He spoke.
So that's probably the 3rd episode.
Yeah, but you saw him.
Did I?
Yeah, he's one of the mass donors.
Oh, he said something about 42 or something. 43
that's him.
Donors.
People want college-educated sperm.
Yes, intelligence, right?
Yeah, okay. I think all this shit is weird. Sorry.
The more I'm looking at it here, the weirder it gets.
It's some wacko shit. Sorry. I just think this whole thing's off. It's just really... I don't understand.
Wait. I see a certain amount. Wait. 4,000? What is this?
Many people also want smart sperm That's why some banks are near elite colleges. They have sperm collection centers in Palo Alto, Calif, near Stanford University and Cambridge, Mass near Harvard. College men are one of the most reliable groups to see potential chaos of creating maybe 50 biological children around the world in exchange for 4,000 over several months, and is decided to decide it's a good deal. So smart people apparently think it's a good deal to have many, many kids around the world, 50 kids around the world for 4K over a couple of months, and think, yeah, that's a good idea, money-wise. All of this is sick.
Donor recruiting is a growing challenge. I'm still not over the fact that with all of this madness, the demand apparently is still higher. That is crazy.
How much is needed?
What is going on?
I'm still not getting it. Ask ChatGPT if it can figure out on the internet why this shit is happening. Because why is the demand so high?
Ask a girl.
British women are turning to Danish donors. What is happening? Here. Maybe this is it. More women are choosing to have children alone. So maybe your point is true. And
it's the same thing we watched with the freezing the eggs. Similar logic.
It was dating is when dating started to feel like a series of parenting aptitude interviews that Lorna Neal realized she wanted to take a less traditional path to becoming a mom. I've just found myself pretty much on a mission to find someone who I could have children with, and the pressure of that was so much that I just wasn't even enjoying going out on dates anymore. I think you're right. I think your point is completely right. You might have hit. Yeah, you might have.
Let's see what.
Yeah, maybe we don't even need to ask anymore.
Well, you know why? Because there's always been gay couples.
Yeah, but maybe,
and they've always tried to, like
the demand is that much higher, maybe because of this shit. That is insane. So they want to have kids so badly by themselves.
In the United States, estimated that approximately 30,000 to 60,000 women use sperm banks each year. This includes women who are single and In the United States, it's estimated that approximately 30,000 to 60,000 women use sperm banks each year. This includes women who are single, in same-sex relationships, or have male partners with infertility issues. The demand for sperm banks is influenced by social, economic, and cultural factors, and the exact figures can fluctuate based on trends and accessibility to the services.
Trend aspect.
30,000 is still nuts to me.
It's
even on the low end. That's a lot. And I didn't think it would ever be that high.
And apparently, that's such a high demand to overload these sperm banks.
Yeah,
that is already too high of a demand.
Yeah, they can't find enough people.
That is.
To the point where
maybe viable people can't. I think if they
screen you right,
and you have to have a certain level of education, you have to look a certain way, etc. Right?
You said I want to do this picture.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about. Look a certain way.
No, so what that article just like I'm taking a lot from that one article. These women probably can find dates, and they have been on dates, and they can probably find a person they would.
We're going into dangerous territory here, Jeff.
Yes,
in advance.
But they choose. They have decided dating is too painful and cumbersome.
A woman's body is her own. A woman's body is a woman's body. Do with it whatever you want.
We're just trying to slightly understand why the demand is that high.
I just didn't know that. I'm just surprised that the demand is this high.
Me too. That's why I'm trying to figure out why the demand is high.
I didn't do the math on that. And that apparently it's hard to get this is a business. I'm going to start a website. This is a big business.
Is your thing now? Every episode you're going to just say, I'm going to start a business in this thing?
Bruv. This is big money. What are you talking about?
This is
that
sick.
much?
This is sick.
All right, bro. All right. Hey, y'all got it. I can never understand it. I'm a man. I can never understand it. I would never understand how you want to get pregnant that bad.
Yeah.
That's the part I think that I don't fathom.
We will never
that
get there.
badly. You're just like, to the point where even all of your dating revolves around that, and then that becomes annoying. So then you go to I just don't understand.
I never understood dating with the intention to have a child. To
Yeah,
begin
only mainly.
that. Like I'm not looking for a partner or somebody that would purely. I want somebody to have a child with.
But we're dudes.
But I hear you.
We're guys.
But I hear you, right? But wouldn't it be just possible for since it's not possible for you to find your partner yet, but you want that kid.
Yeah, but you know what?
You're
it
getting
also
to a
is,
certain age.
But you know what it is? If we go deeper into the
Yeah.
science, for me, it's also not just I understand wanting to have. Well, into the conversation they were talking about, where I get the wanting to have a kid, but the level, the extent to which they're willing to go, and then when you also go into the fact that it's not just about having a kid, it's about having a very specific type of kid, which would then explain why the dating is also so difficult. Because you need the kid to look a certain way, have certain eyes, have certain hair, have certain intelligence, have certain... You're trying to craft a very specific type of person, which is sort of what I also got in that doc. It was very much, we want to have this hair, we want to meet the person, we can see if... I was like...
That was the
something
weird...
about, and that's why they go to the Danish one, where you could pick more of what
That
exactly
was the weird
kid's
thing
gonna
about
look
the
like.
first couple to me. Both of y'all are not blonde. Both of y'all are brunettes. You're both having pretty... not longish hair, but the hair was... He almost had longer hair than them. And that's who you pick? You want your child to look like... The child would not ever look like both of y'all.
Listen, man, I can't... It's not...
It's weird. It's the speaking of specific traits...
Yeah, that's where I got... That goes... Because again, I think it's a certain type of guy who does it. I also have to say, I think it's a specific type of woman who does it.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's not all women.
Because
there's a minority of women who want to have to...
That black dude we just saw in the article... it also stated he specifically caters... It's weird to say that. He specifically caters to women that want a black child. Which is also like you're just shopping for some.
Yeah, and that would make sense if you're. Some of them are black, right?
Yeah, but you also know
some of them are black women, so they want a black child. That I get. Some of them have a partner who's black, so they want a black. That
but you know,
I know.
Yeah.
There's also somewhere they just want a black kid. Yeah. There's also that.
Nah, this shit is sick. If I ever find another documentary that is interesting, I'll tell you guys again.
I watched a very interesting one.
Which one?
That was also because it was recommended when I watched this. The Ashley Madison scandal. You know what Ashley Madison is?
Yes, I watched that as well.
That's a really fucking.
We
good
need to
you
talk
would
about
really
it.
like.
We need
that
to talk
doc.
about that.
You
shit.
would really like that.
No,
doc.
we need to.
You know what Ashley Madison is?
Like this girl that scammed her parents?
No. Ashley Madison is a dating website for married people. The most famous dating website for married people. The original one.
It was a site made for cheating.
Yeah.
Oh.
You never heard of this?
And the documentary is about the people who
How have you never heard of this?
It was big in the news a couple years ago.
No, but how have you never even heard of the website? Come on.
No.
But
What?
The documentary is about
Ashley Madison, bro.
The documentary is about dudes who got caught and their families and how the aftermath was after.
But
the
it's
scandal.
also about the business.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
So this is my type of doc.
What's the business?
So they started in the .com bubble, early web internet, right? During Yahoo and shit. And this guy comes up with a brilliant idea of like, let me start a website where people can have affairs. A dating website specifically people who are in a relationship, probably married, to cheat. He starts it. He's trying to get it off. He can't really get it off right. They hire a new CEO, right? A Noel. This guy comes in. He's like a lawyer, and he comes in and he says, "Oh, I know there's a demand for this because a lot of my clients. He's a sports lawyer. A lot of my clients are having affairs. So he comes in and he takes it to a new level, right?
The marketing is insane.
By doing what?
Interviews.
By doing a lot of interviews, by pivoting the angle completely differently to. He came up with the slogan. Under him, they came up with the slogan: "Life is short, have an affair."
Yeah.
So before that, they had all sorts of other things like, "Oh, monogamy is not natural, and you should try to." They tried to make it too scientific.
Be very direct.
He turned it. He went more aggressive.
And the thing
He really got in people's face. He went on all these talk shows and made it
the
scandalous.
The talk show part was brilliant because he went. Instead of talking about, hey, you should be having an affair, he went on talk shows to argue affairs or non-monogamous relationships are
save marriages
are good. So he did not go like you should. He said no. we are facilitating nature. We're doing the good thing. And then he had beefs with everybody,
Really fucking
Oprah,
good,
all
though.
those kind of people.
He would go on these talk shows and start this commotion about it.
Yeah. And then articles would be
their
written
whole
about it.
mentality was talk good about me, talk bad about me, but please talk about me.
Yeah.
So even the bad press, they was good. So they went whatever.
PR, basically,
They just went super hardcore.
And that's how all those dudes found them. Like they watched something with their wives, or they went to a website.
Yeah, or they
and
went to a
looked
website and they
slow
found
and-
out about it. At a certain point,
Yeah.
bruv, 40 million users,
Yeah.
37 million users, round up 40 million users, bringing in 250,000 a day.
I need to see the second part.
But then
They were bringing
so
in
by
250,000 a day.
Yeah.
But by being a
So
lot more
good.
in your face, though. But wait. But being a lot more in your face, going to Oprah, talking to these different
all
shows,
these
right?
different
But
shows, yeah.
Doesn't that hurt your business model?
Why?
No.
Because the second you make it known, right, that this website exists, and
It
like
doesn't
the
it doesn't hurt your
conversation
business model if
moves
your
you.
business model leans on the fact that everything is secretive. So it does not matter if you do it, nobody will know because we will keep it a secret. That's what they said.
Yeah, they really
No,
made
but
it.
what I'm trying to say, right?
No, let
What
me
I'm
say what
trying
you're
to say is that you move the conversation from, what happens outside. It stays outside, right? You move it into your living room because, for instance, Oprah, everybody watched Oprah.
Yeah.
All these other talk shows, everybody watches those, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that creates a conversation within that home, and your wife becomes a little more, you become sus if you move a little different.
I don't
Right?
think I don't think
I
they
think-
would get
I
sus.
think-
I would check.
I think
check your phone.
I think
No.
what you're saying is the reason why under the previous founder they didn't do as well,
Yeah.
because that's what their thought was. We have to be careful. And the new dude just said, "Fuck it."
no.
Okay.
The new dude basically said, "I hear all that, but fuck
Yeah.
that though. We're
Okay.
doing it anyways." Because his argument was also like, it was a really smart thing he said. If it's two married people cheating, they both have something to lose. So it's less likely that it comes out. When you cheat with like the person at work or whatever, people find out. If you cheat with a stranger on the internet that has no connection to you, it's easier to keep it a secret. And we keep everything, and that's where the problem comes. We keep everything secure and extra secret. No one ever finds out. Well, that's what the doc is about because they get hacked.
I think also they found
That's what the doc's about. The doc's about them getting hacked.
I think also what you're saying is correct, but what they found and what in reality happens most of the time is couples don't go through that. The women watch the show with their man or whatever. They do not maybe dare to ask the question. The men do not dare to ask the question. They just do not talk about it. Guy goes to bed or next day wakes up or some later on thinks, maybe. Goes to the website, does that shit, and then it will never be discussed again. They just forget
It
about
was
it.
really funny. There was one customer care representative who said that often wives would call.
Yeah.
And they would say, "Hey, I have this charge on my credit card, and I don't know what it is." And then they'd be like, "Oh, well, we this answer was we are a payment service to facilitate different vendors," which is technically true.
Which is brilliant.
And then they would call back with their husband, and then they would just make up an excuse or something because they would say your name's not on the card, so we can't tell you what it's for.
Yeah, also,
And then when they call back with the husband, they said it was for various things.
yeah.
Right. So they were, but they knew, so they're protecting these dudes as well. So it's really
They really did their best until they got hacked.
yeah.
until they got
hacked. Till this day, they never found the hacker. They never found out who did it.
I need to see the last. I need to.
They hacked
I didn't see anything about the
everything.
families themselves.
Exposed the whole thing, like
Everybody was on
everybody, and even people who deleted their profile.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
that's
when you
also
delete
true.
your profile, it's not really deleted, and they had people pay to delete the profile, and it still wasn't really deleted. And they put
Did they sue the company though?
the company that gets sued.
Yeah. But it's still online.
That's the biggest one. It still exists, and they have even more users now.
It's the same.
Oh, dude.
The same thing that happens every time with these kind of things.
Dude.
Tinder swindler after that still got on and still has multiple women.
the business
the donors
nerd-
still and the Ashley Madison.
The
Like
business
after
nerd,
these things,
the business nerd
yeah.
in me loved this doc so much. It was so good. It was so good. It was just pure corporate greed at its fine. The pure, just the best version. This dude was wild. This dude, it showed you also the difference between just mentality of like, he just went for it. And he just went to all these shows. He was up there with Dr. Phil, telling Dr. Phil, yo, no, we do what we do. It
what
was
we
crazy.
do is good. What we do is good. You are wrong.
Yeah, it
just
was
beefing
crazy.
with Dr.
And just
Phil.
the numbers were nuts. It was making so much money. People, because you had to pay for credits to talk. That's how they did it. There was no subscription model this time. You had to pay for credits to talk, and they were paying the men would pay for. You upload your credit card info, and then you have to pay for credits to talk to the girls. The girls,
You're fake. What?
they were fake. People made fake profiles. The customer care people had to make the fake profiles, and there were bots talking. There was some on there.
Yeah, there were a couple guys who actually had somebody. They were
And supply demand. Yeah.
It's always a thing with dating
This dude was on a
websites.
different level.
Oh, that's I need
The
to
hack
finish that
comes
one.
in. He doesn't want to go to the police. They give him 30 days to take the website down, to take the business down. He doesn't want to go to the police because he doesn't want to go get the police involved and have them come do an investigation in his whole business.
Because then they will shut down everything.
Yeah, and also catch for fraud.
Yeah.
So he goes and calls two hacker dudes from Sweden, flies them over. Right? Yes, to come and fucking figure this shit out. And they start doing the
You
investigation.
didn't finish the doc?
No, I didn't finish it.
okay.
No.
It is ridiculously good. It is really
I saw the
fucking
first
good. I
half or
absolutely loved it.
so.
It was so brilliant. It was really brilliant. Just the business of it. He used his own wife. He put his own wife on the billboard. He would go to the talk shows with his wife to show that he had a good marriage. This dude was on a different level.
It's
So much.
Sick. I love these documentaries where they go into these kind of weird, wild shit. Just, it's good. It's trashy, good shit. But it's also just interesting because you learn about humans, business, all these.
Yeah, it was fascinating.
Ever since the Tinder swindler shit, I just look at certain
One of the
people online
What was the
different,
most fascinating about it?
and then this one looks weird and crazy and.
What I found, well, amount of money that it made, but also the way they
What,
navigated
the company or?
the company, yeah, but then the way they navigated because it had a very bad reputation at first, and they were sort of struggling how to figure it out. And how he figured out, we should just lean into it. That's the way to go about it, right? I thought it was very impressive. And then
I feel like a lot of
the bad publicity is good publicity thing.
Yeah.
The credit cards. In general, I've always thought it was a brilliant business idea. I've known about this forever, and I was like, "Oh, this is a really fucking smart business idea."
I feel like
this
other
is clever.
sites
because
in
you
the
also just
adult
have a sort of
world are
moat.
doing the same thing.
Where?
I think the other sites in the adult world after this have been leaning into shit as well. Same way
but they
OnlyFans and other things.
They really played it on a different level,
Yeah.
where they really made it this almost like sophisticated thing of like
Yeah.
it's for married people, even,
Yeah.
really, right? And what he did really well is that they have sort of a moat because it's immoral, right? So other people don't want to do it. One challenge for them, they had trouble getting ads because when they wanted to do ads on the Super Bowl said no, we're not doing ads for this business. Right? Even
Fair
though it's not pornography or something, but if on a moral level, they didn't want to do it. So it's like, it was very fascinating how they were able to build a business on something on top like this, but also that they knew that they were so tapped into, and this guy especially was very tapped into how the psychology of how these men would respond, and knowing that he had to make fake profiles and doing all of this. And
It's all about
uploading the credit card, you pay the credits.
Probably also, I think something you both said. It's that he works with those people already.
He knew them. Yeah, he understood. Well, he was also cheating on his wife.
Okay.
They found it.
But she knew?
No, well, okay. My theory is that she knew,
Right?
because they leaked his email. The hackers had a personal vendetta against him. They called him by his name and everything. So they leaked all of his emails. This dude is seeing prostitutes and everything. All these other people were like, "Oh, I feel so sorry for his wife." My theory was his wife knew all the time.
Probably.
That's my theory. I think his wife knew.
That's the only thing I could imagine. But
Your perspective, yeah?
I do think it's a psychology kind of thing, and I think all these docs that we have been talking about lately are psychology. Like, you need to understand. It's weird to say it, but you're a victim. You need to understand the person that you
You're not
are.
a victim. You're not a victim.
No, the people that went to
Your
the website.
audience, you have to understand.
The
your
audience is better. You need to understand the audience that is trying to get a sperm donor. You need to understand the audience that is trying to cheat, or how they are going about cheating. So you need to facilitate them in a certain way. You know that certain people do not want to maybe go on Facebook to see certain stuff. They would want a specific site that just looks a specific way. Or you want to have people that do not want to cheat, that do want to cheat and want to feel safe. Market to them in a certain way. Go to them. market to them blatantly, but do give them security in the sense, okay, we're not going to put your information online or on the street. That was the idea. Failed. In the end, all these things fail eventually, but the initial part with all these things is psychology. Understand your audience. Understand who you are trying to get something out of and market to them specifically, figure out how they think and what they want. It's very, like, all these people, weirdly, are very good at understanding the psyche of their whoever they intend to get on their side, which is at the same time insane and creepy and wild that they are able to do that so well. But
no, I thought this is completely different. I think this is just good business.
Different? It's the same thing to me. Like, you need to know how to market to the specific person.
Is it different?
Yeah, it's different because this is just business. They're running a business.
The
hack was bad. They should have handled the hack better.
Oh, you mean the comparison between sperm and this?
I think it's the same thing. You need to.
There is similarities.
You need to know how to.
I think they did mention in the documentary, Jonathan. At least they said Jonathan really understood what those women were looking for. So there is an element of.
I'm not talking about the business part. The business part, they just did great business, which is unfortunate because they had a fucked up site to begin with, or the business. You know what I mean? But yeah, the business part is that thing. The marketing, the finding and understanding your audience. Both of them did basically the same thing.
I still don't get them.
You respect the guy. You respect the guy.
We have talked about this for a while.
Yeah.
Let's close off with a little bit. Shit happened today or yesterday.
What happened?
Our guy Trump.
Okay.
Don't. First off, horrible.
I'm taking over.
Go, Mr. Maga.
Well, we're in a different time zone, so I don't know the exact time. But for us, at least, yesterday there was an assassination attempt, officially declared by the FBI, by the way, at this point. An assassination attempt on former President Trump's life at a rally in Pennsylvania.
For the record, it's not my guy or what, but
it's his guy.
Well, it's not anybody's. It's not anybody's. It's a person.
You're pro.
He said.
Okay, but let's take it a little more seriously. That's why I'm tired of him. Okay, it's an assassination attempt, Jeff. No time for jokes. Right. So
he's good.
It's an assassination attempt. He's fine. He survived. The bullet grazed his ear. There was one person in the crowd who passed away. Condolences to their family. 2 people were critically injured. Prayers and wishes.
Yeah, condolences
to their
families.
And this is the biggest news story, I think, in like...
It's going to be the biggest news story for the next week.
Well, it's the biggest news story in like maybe even a decade.
Yeah.
Because I think when I'm watching the news, as I'm following and watching the news, I think even for the reporters, because it's happening, because it's literally just, I think he hasn't even spoke out. He posted on Truth Social. I think he hasn't even spoken out publicly
you know
yet.
What he said on Truth Social? I didn't see that.
He talked about what happened. He said that the bullet grazed his ear. He said he's fine. He said they don't know who the shooter, at that time who the shooter was. Now they do know who it is, by the way. They still don't know why it happened. There's a Republican National Convention coming up. All signal that he will still be there. And he's still going. He's good. He's fine. He's healthy. He's doing well. He didn't get it grazed his ear, so it tore through the skin of his ears. What he said. And other than that, he's good, right? We should all be happy that he's good. An assassination attempt on a former president is unacceptable, especially in the American democracy, which is an example for so many other democracies. What happens in their politics inspires a lot of other places in the world. We should absolutely condemn this and make sure that
honestly, as a fucked up, this kind of fucked up.
He's gonna say something stupid. Watch,
but this has been slowly building up for a while already. You guys remember a while ago in Japan, the politician was also shot.
Yeah,
I think it was their former president.
The former president. Yeah.
That happened there. There have been other countries where that happened. Like it's slowly it's been normal.
I mean, there is a conversation to be had about the increased political division that has played a role in this.
That's the thing.
I don't know if this is the time to do it.
No, probably
right.
not.
But Yeah, I for one, I'm happy that he's okay. I think I think literally everybody. I genuinely think everybody.
I'm happy he's okay.
Despite the division, it becomes because even if you want to look at it purely logically,
I don't want to see,
or you want to look at it as cynical as possible. The assassination of a former president is a big deal, especially for the entire country. But it's a big deal for everybody because you do get that they might just as well go do it to someone from your party, whoever you. See what I'm saying? So that type of stuff is
no. Even when it
stuff.
happened in other countries earlier in the last couple of years, that was a thing that put all other countries on. Like, okay, we need to be a little bit sharp on this.
Yeah, but
and if it would happen in America, even especially in America, it would
recently happened in Germany though.
Germany?
Well, we didn't catch that.
So, like, I think it was German, because you just mentioned.
Oh no, maybe they prevented.
No, he was actually shot a few times, like close range, and he survived though.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the conversation is heated now.
Yeah.
Like nobody, like you have these greater divisions between right and left.
Yeah.
And indeed, what he said, what Oliver said. It could happen to the Democrats as well. Like nobody wins.
It's more likely to happen to the Democrats. Well, if this goes a certain way, you know what I'm saying? But now retaliation. Now you did that to ours.
Exactly. We're doing it to yours.
Now we're doing it to yours. So this is always bad. It doesn't matter who gets. It's always, and of course, it's a person, human being. It's a life. Never acceptable.
You don't want to. You don't want to see that.
It's not what we see
that happen. You don't want to see that happen.
So everyone's happy he's okay right now. He seems really okay. They even showed a video of him coming out of the plane. He's fine. Going Republican National Convention. Seems so far. They got the name of the dude. I'm not gonna say the name, but they got the name of the dude. It's a young dude, 20 years old. Very vague. They said one thing that was very notable. They said that shockingly for someone his age, there's like no social media history. They can't find anything about this dude on the first look. They will find it.
He was plotting.
But normally, like within an hour, this is Instagram. Or he left a manifesto on Twitter. They find it very quickly. They're saying they can't find anything right now.
Dude was plotting in some kind of manner. He was preparing, maybe scrubbing himself from the internet in some manner.
No, I don't know. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I saw it because I was following it on the news. So I saw what happened. Very surreal.
Yeah.
To see. Most people thought when they heard the shots, they sound like firecrackers. So I get that everyone thought it was firecrackers because that's what it sounds like in the video.
Until he went like
this. Yeah, he went down. And then, I was like some shit out of it. I told you, it was like some movie. Like, because all this, you hear this stuff about what Secret Service agents are supposed to do, but now you see them do it. Right? So they all swarm on him and they have to cover him with their body. Right? So that he doesn't get shot. And then there's like these other guys, like snipers, and there's like these dudes with the military grade weapons. And then it's like, oh, he's down, the shooter's down. And they have to confirm the shooter's down first. And then he gets to come up and then they have to escort him. And it's insane.
In true Trump fashion, he made that really a little bit of a moment as well by putting his fist up and everything.
Yeah, he did make very good use of the moment.
He's built different.
He's really built different.
He's built different. You have to just, I don't care what nobody says. You have to give him that.
At this point, from this point, I want to joke a little bit. Man was down.
Now he wants to.
No. I want to give him. I want to give him praise. I want to give him praise. Man was down. Everybody was on him. He got up. You showed me the video just now again. Dude said literally, hold up, let me get my shoes. Composed himself for a second. Realized, okay, I'm safe. Dude is down. Let's go. Fist up. Yeah. And everybody just went USA.
The crowd went nuts.
That was a move. That was
very powerful. It was a move. Well, but it's also fair. It's completely fair. It is quite admirable because this is unacceptable.
I'm saying joking, but I'm giving him his props here.
This is unacceptable for someone to try and do this, and it's completely fair, especially if you take into account everything, the shit that he gets.
Yes.
It is fair, and it's also very much it's good because people to show like I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm physically fine. But also mentally, I'm still here. This is we're not stopping nothing.
Because you don't want to, you don't want something like this to happen, and then a political candidate.
Well, the person also who does it shouldn't get what they want.
Yes, by
the kind of people who want to hurt him this way shouldn't get what they shouldn't get the
not in this way.
It shouldn't work. You see what I'm saying?
It shouldn't work like this. If you want to beat him,
exactly.
If you want to beat him in the proper way. Don't do this.
Yeah, exactly. It sends a message of like, this is not. There's no way.
No.
No, he's built different. Listen, man.
Yeah.
He's good.
Just wanted to acknowledge that towards the end. Like it's
Everybody's
such a
safe.
big thing. We cannot just move.
Yeah,
past
huge
this.
news. I think they said the last time this happened was more than 40 years ago, 1981. Ronald Reagan, who survived, of course.
Yeah,
But,
I'm seeing online in a couple places they are calling this his Reagan moment. We already know that he's most likely going to win, but for certain
it's very
people,
different because he was going to win already.
But for certain people who thought there was still a chance of him not winning, this solidified. Okay, it's done. Yeah. He's going to get it. Like you said, fully in agreement. Good that he is safe. Good that he got through that basically unscathed, except for the little wound near his ear. And good that he still is in the political field. As much as certain people don't like him, it's good that he's still going on and people are not being deterred in these kind of ways, because that happens in not a democracy, and we are democracies. Yeah. We want stuff to happen in regular fashion. Yeah. So let's call it the wraps here. We were the Three Angry Men. I'm Jeffrey.
Duncan.
Oliver.
And we thank you for listening. You can find us on social media, on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. And let us know what you thought about the episode. Let us know your thoughts. What do you want us to react, talk, or discuss about? And talk to you later. Peace.
Peace.